G'day guys, Pete from WA Camping Adventures. Cheers for tuning in. Another review today. I've got the Waeco CFX65 dual zone. So this is a fridge and a freezer, or it can be both at once. So a couple of the features. It's got a reversible lid, can swap to both sides. A little bit more tricky than with the CF50 because I have to unscrew some stuff, but luckily it was on the right side when I first got it, so that fits in pretty well with my drawer system. Okay, we've got a digital gauge here. That's perfect. And it's so easy to bloody use, to be honest. You just press the set button, take it to the degrees that you want, let it go, and it flashes when it locks in. Got nice sturdy handles, and they sort of flick back to their original position. I run my tie downs off of these, and it works absolutely perfect. I've taken it through some real hectic tracks, as you'll see in some of our other videos. And it's really, stood the test of time. I've had it for about, I think, 2 to 3 years now. I can't exactly nail that down to a date. But yeah, it's done me really well. You got 12 and 240 volt power, run it off the house, run it in a caravan, run it off the car, no worries at all. I do have the thermal case at home, but I find I don't have to use it because my back windows are tinted, and it seems to run all right, so I've just sort of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So inside we've got a nice deep freezer section with a lid on it, and there's a couple of little dividers in the middle, and a nice fridge section. And the one thing I love about these, I never thought I would like it, is the bloody dairy section. Absolutely awesome. Throw your butter, milk, eggs in there, saves you digging through the bottom to get all your stuff. You know, I don't want to disrupt my beers as it is, so it's also got a USB charging point here, so you can charge your phones, or I like to charge my camera and stuff off of it, believe it or not. It's got an emergency override. Never had to use it. I don't see how I would, but that's all good. I'll leave that as is. It's also got it protects your battery from getting flat, even if you do have a single battery. You set it to low, medium, or high. So high, it'll sort of cut off when your battery's sort of, I think, basically around normal voltage, to be honest, but I've got mine set to low, as I've got the dual batteries and the isolator in there, so that's no worries at all. Also, when I am out in bush and I want to use it for, like, basically weekenders, I'll take the dividers out and use it as a full fridge, which is, there's so much room in there, no worries at all. And then if I'm going on long week-long trips with Creeper or whatever, I'll put the divider in, put one side as a freezer, one side as a fridge. And the perfect temperature, I always like to know this, the perfect temperature I feel to keep your freezer perfect and your fridge perfect and nothing freezes at the bottom is -14 degrees, and that works out perfect for me. So now I'll run through pros and cons. Pros for me, reliable as fridges I've ever had. I've had an Engel before this, a 40 litre Engel, and it was so bloody reliable. But this is just as reliable. Sturdy, very sturdy, really easy to use. Reversible lid, love that. Dairy section, love that. And the cons, I reckon this draws a lot more power than your average bloody 60 litre Engel or something like that. I guess it's because of the fridge, the freezer area. So apart from that, I can't actually think of any more cons, as bad as it sounds. It's just been a great fridge, and the tracks that we've been through, it really shakes about, but it's absolutely awesome. And another fact, the fridge slide that I bought this with is top notch as well. It's a Waeco fridge slide, absolutely top notch. So yeah, thumbs up to Waeco for that. So as always guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope it was a useful review for you. We'll see you in the next bloody trip vid. Cheers guys.